Staff meeting, staff meeting. What am I going to do for staff meeting? Who plans a staff meeting for the first day back after the holidays anyways? Staff meeting. It's got to be something here. End of a year, start of a new year, almost end of a semester, start of a new semester pretty soon. Change. How about we focus on change? What have you done that's new this past semester? What do you plan that's new for the next semester? Change, yeah. There's lots that's changed around this school. Well, how have they changed? You've met with your PLC groups, your collaborative team, regularly through the first semester. How has that changed your classroom instruction? How has that changed your assessments? Are you using that PLC time responsibly and professionally? Wonder if any of them are starting to just think like the kids. It's just a delayed start to another day. I don't think I can ask that. Okay. What have they got planned for PLCs for the upcoming semester? What's their direction? What else? What else? And what about Zamuda and Garfield Newman and Eric Twaddell? We paid a lot for those suckers. We brought them in. Did they bring about any change? How many people have implemented what they said? Remember Eric Twaddell? He did some great stuff on formative assessments. Has anybody been implementing his formative assessment strategies? Good question. Good question. What was this thing about dissonance? In order for learning to take place, you had to create dissonance? What was that simple strategy? Something about similarities and differences. Similarities and differences. There's lots of similarities and differences around. Similarities and differences. That shouldn't be so hard for anybody to implement in their classroom. All I gotta do is remind them. Then maybe they'll start implementing it. Oops, sorry. Similarities and differences. Oh man, use the air freshener. Where was I? Oh, similarities and differences. Twaddell versus Garfield Newman. What are their similarities and differences? Would Garfield share Twaddell's thinking on certain matters? I don't think Garfield would have any interest in autopsies. Man, who would win in a fight? That's kind of like comparing Batman to Spider-Man. I'd always pick Spider-Man. Oh, man. Misdirected by dissonance once again. Okay, back to the topic at hand. Garfield. All he wanted us to do was to create critical thinkers. And all he wanted was for us to ask the right questions. Have they given their students opportunities to decode, to rework, to judge, or to critique? I loved his kind of questions. How would that experiment change if that happened on Mars? Would you hold those same beliefs if you lived in 1814? What is the hidden message of that ad? He got them thinking. Have the teachers started using that? Do they remember his thoughts on qualitative versus quantitative expectations for assignments, descriptors? Would it really be a big stretch for anyone to ask for 5 well-written, thoughtful points to support your argument, rather than asking for 3 pages of double-spaced work? Man, his stuff was so easy to implement. And what about Zamuda? Do they remember her quote from Grant Wiggins? Everywhere I go, I see way too much scaffolded and prompted teaching. The quote ends with, there is a need for increased student decision-making and independence in using their growing repertoire of skills. Are teachers giving the kids this independence to learn? I'm all for the saved on the stage style of teaching at times, but have they really tried giving the students more independence and higher expectations and opportunities to apply newfound knowledge? Oh, and what about her thoughts on assessment? Lots of them liked her thoughts on using drill-type questions on assessments, but did they really listen to her comment that if you wanted to design a system of testing that catered to rote, short-term memory, you'd struggle to improve upon the classic model, the high-stakes, time-pressured, single-unit in-class exam. I think they would all agree that we want a lot more from our students than short-term info regurgitation. They may be good for testing for deep understanding of big ideas by using richer and more complex questions. Wow, this is good! So after another semester of PLC time, Twaddell time, Newman time, and Zmuda time, I wonder, how have their classrooms changed? What are they doing differently? Have their assessments changed? Has their in-class delivery changed? Do their assignments reflect the change in access to information that today's students have? We bought those 300 Chromebooks. Is everybody using them? Oh my goodness. What was that I heard about Chromebooks? Something about a recall. I gotta check that out. Huh. Are the teachers, are they still focusing on facts, or have they made the move to checking for deep understanding and giving opportunities to demonstrate the transferable skills required to apply knowledge? I think that would about wrap it up. I think I've got it. New year, new semester coming. What's new in your teaching? How have you changed?